Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well on this. It's Tuesday night for me, Wednesday when you'll see this Bible study on demand. Just want to take a little time and talk to you about Galatians 6 9. Galatians 6 9. The King James Version reads, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." The New Living Translation reads this way: "So let us not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up." So I just want to talk to you a little bit about hanging in there. I know sometimes you get tired and it seems like what's the point? I don't see any return. I don't see nothing prospering. Why am I doing this? And so most of the time, we think of well doing as what we're doing for others. Those things we do as a Christian, in quotation, that we do to take care of others and to make others happy and to be a blessing to others. But well doing is doing for yourself too. Some people go back to school, some people are going back to work, some people are stepping out on a business venture, some people raising their families, some people are starting families. They have people who are choosing to stay home and take care of the home and the kids instead of get in the work field. Uh, Changing your thoughts, changing your attitudes, embracing who you are, taking control of your life. Those are well doing things too. Those are good things that we sometimes overlook because we always think that the and well doing is external, those things that others can see or feel, and what others will think when they see it. But the be not weary and well doing also mean those things that are internal, those things that are inside of you, only those things you and God knows about, those things you've been working on, those things that you have not seen a return as you would like to see, those things that now seem to feel you feel some kind of way about because you are doing your due diligence and it seems like people are not taking notice, or are you not getting the recognition or the respect you think you ought to get. Well, those are well doing too. So what I want you to know is that, and even in taking care of yourself, be not weary and well doing, because in due season you are going to faint if you don't give up. Don't give up. You're almost at the finish line. You're almost at the finish line of that degree, the finish line for that promotion, the finish line for that increase, the finish line of having a child, raising a family, the finish line of all of these things that are coming ahead of you. Don't give up. Keep pushing. I know you seem a little tired and you're just like, oh man, you're at the end of this thing and you just want to say, forget it. And you're at the point to where I'm just tired. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You're right at the door of your blessing. Second Thessalonians 2:13 says, but as for you, brethren, don't grow weary in well doing. Why is he saying that in First Second Thessalonians? Because he's seen the work they were doing, not only the work they were doing, but the work of the ministry, the work they've been putting their due diligence into. And now they're saying, okay, we're doing all of this work, but what is it profiting? God will not forget your labor of love. So keep going, keep doing what you do, keep pushing forward. God won't forget what you've done, and He is right at the brink of rewarding you for your faithfulness. So stay on the battlefield. Stay in the lanes. Keep running your race at your pace. Keep going. Keep going. Don't worry about if somebody run past you. That's their race. You keep running your pace, keep yourself settled, and stay focused on the prize. Look at the prize, the blessing, the living victoriously, the reaping the harvest that God has in store for you. And in Hebrews 12:3 it says, "For consider him that has endured much hostility by sinners against himself, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart." So, in other words, he was saying Jesus did all of this so that you won't be weary and lose heart. That's why he says that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. And so you are an eagle. You don't get weary. You just keep going to higher heights. And when you get to the higher heights, you'll see that all of those things that would normally bother the average person is going to fall off. Just keep flying high. Keep flying high. The eagle is made to fly into the highest heights. Why? Because that's how God created them. So God created you to soar to the highest heights, that you can go places that other people can't. So keep going. Don't get weary in well doing. You are at the brink of your breakthrough. You are at the brink of your blessing. You are at the door. The door is getting ready to open for you. That door you've been waiting to open has been open, getting ready to open for you. The door of having a job is getting ready to open for you. All of these things that are getting ready to open for you, all you have to do is stay the course, stay flat feeted, stand anyhow. You don't have to say anything, just keep your mouth closed and just say, Lord, I trust you. I believe you. I know that you're going to do exactly what you say you're going to do, because that's what you said. That's the promise you gave me. So I'm going to stand in and I'm going to hang in there. So be not weary in well doing, for, excuse me, for in due season you will reap if you faint not. Tell yourself it's not time to faint. It's time to gird up my loins and get steadfast and unmovable, and follow God's plan and not get worried, because the blessing is on the way. You're right at the door of your big breakthrough. Don't fall back now. David said, if I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, he said he wouldn't have fainted. So he, not that he saw it at that particular moment, he said he believed to see. And the question is, what do you believe? If God has promised you that he'll give you the desires of your heart, if God has promised you that there's no good thing he'll withhold from those who love him and walk upright for him, then those are the promises that you need to stand on. What do you believe? Believe that he's going to keep his word, and he's going to keep his word. And you just have to walk in faith knowing that he's going to do what he says he's going to do. I'm not doing all of this for nothing. He is going to take care of me. He's going to bless me, because he does see my labor of love. And the word of God said, your labor of love will not go unrewarded. So I just wanted to drop a few words in your spirit on this night, as you look at this Bible study on demand, to say, keep going. You're almost there. Your finish line is coming. God is faithful to do just what he said. And I want to encourage you to keep pushing. Keep pushing through those classes if you're in school. Keep pushing for that promotion and you're on your job. Keep pushing for that new job. Keep pushing for that degree, a high school diploma. Keep pushing yourself to be a mother or father, to raise a family, to start a family. Keep pushing yourself to embrace who you are. Keep pushing yourself till you know that your breakthrough is there, that you, without a shadow of a doubt, you can say that God is going to keep his promise. Let me give you an example of that. So the other night I was flying back Sunday night after the birthday party. I was flying back to Kansas City, and so the first flight left on time, and we got to Charlotte, and we were getting ready to land in Charlotte, and the pilot came over the radio on the intercom and said, "Listen, we're getting ready to land, and we're gonna land at in Charlotte, and we're gonna pull up to gate B14, and for some of you, by the time we pull up and get the gate over, you're gonna have maybe 10, 15 minutes to get to your next flight." So I'm looking at my phone, and it's saying that my next flight is going to leave out of D11. Now we're pulling into B14, and that's D11. So I'm going to have to go B, C, D to get, and D14 is way at the end. So I said, "Oh Lord, please don't let me miss this plane." And I prayed earlier that with grace and ease, I'm going to make it back to Kansas City. So what happens? We were rolling taxiing to the gate, and he stopped. And we sat there for about 5 minutes. I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to miss this flight." So about 5 minutes. And then he came on the intercom and he said, "Well, it's really cluttered there. And we're waiting for them to clear up some of these airplanes that are in our way." And then he said, "So just hang in there with us." And a few more minutes went by, 5 more minutes went by. I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to have to stay in Charlotte and fly out in the morning and miss part of class." I said, "Oh, no, 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 Lord." I said, I prayed for grace and ease. So the pilot came back on and said, "Well, folks, they're switching our gate. We're closer to the D terminal, so they're going to pull us into a D terminal. And so they're going to switch our gate." So let me tell you how God worked. My flight was leaving out of D11, and we pulled into D12. Can you believe that? So by the time I got off the plane and just walk over to the next gate, they were already boarding, and I didn't have to run 10, 15 minutes through the airport. I walked right on the plane, got a seat by the window right behind first class, so I had all the leg room I needed. And so you don't know what God is doing, what door He's opening. It may look difficult right now, but don't be weary in well doing. He is going to come through. And for me, he came through because I was like, "Oh my God, this is something else." I got on the next plane. We flew out, and that not even 20 minutes after I got on the plane, and I made it back to Kansas City, and I didn't have to worry about getting a plane the next day. So don't be weary in well doing. In due season, you will reap. Tell somebody it's due season. This ain't no time to faint. This is time to hang in there. Let God do what He's going to do. Let Him move stuff out of the way. Let Him open the doors. Let Him close some doors. Quit, just keep moving. You keep moving and put your trust in God that He's going to take care of His part. I love you. Have a good night, and we will see you on Sunday morning. God bless.